explain something to you. I ran out of PVA. This is the mold release spray, the liquid plastic. Picture this jug filled with alcohol, straight alcohol, ethyl alcohol, propylene alcohol, butyl alcohol, and you go into your kitchen and you take a green trash bag and you cut it into little pieces and you dip it in the alcohol and you throw it in there. Just let it sit overnight. Well, the next day, that's what it'll look like, green alcohol. So when you spray it, that's what you're getting, a liquid trash bag. Okay, I ran out of this the other day, so I had to go to a place called West Marine, which is a boat supply store. And I had to buy this PVA. It cost me $18 for 8 ounces. 8 ounces. Okay? Made by Evercoat. This actual price at a wholesaler is about $7 maximum. Maybe $4. Fiberglasssite.com. Fiberglasssite.com. It's where I buy most of my materials. This jug is normally $30. This is 1 full gallon. This is 8 ounces for $20. $10 more, you get a whole gallon. Look how many of these will go in this. I mean, I can't express it enough. Fiberglasssite.com is going to be your cheapest alternative to buy any kind of fiberglass supplies. They're going to be cheaper for a much better product. Even though this is Evercoat, which is a good product, this is better. It sprays better, dries better, works better. This is very good. This is number 2. This is number 1. Same with your fiberglass resins. You can't beat it. Fiberglasssite.com. Resin. When I ran out of PVA, I ran out of fiberglass at the same time. I had to buy resin. Closest place, Lowe's. For this junk, $39. FRP 101. It's about 6 steps down from the best resin you can use. This is 2 steps up from the bottom. This is total garbage. But this is the best garbage. If you're going to buy it in a store, this is the best garbage. This stuff here is fabulous. This flows like honey, molasses, the thickest muck you've ever seen. This flows like water. This will wet your fiberglass out like that. This, all bets are off. This costs less than this. This is less than this. With shipping, it might cost more. But you're getting a product that'll go further, much stronger, and work better for you. Less chances of screwing up with this than you do with this. Maybe you need to go back and look at some of the demonstrations of this crap compared to this stuff. Go Fast Fiberglass says fiberglasssite.com. Fiberglass site. I'm telling you, his prices are great. The quality is great. But no matter how you do it, if you're going to use resin, if you can get this, you're already ahead of the game. Your chances for success, for a quality part, mold, whatever, is this stuff. Oh yeah. Fiberglasssite.com takes PayPal. Now I'm going to spray these with my PVA. First few coats are mist coats, very light. Okay, now we'll do another mist coat. This stuff is like spraying water. I use a little primer gun. Just like spraying water, man. You spray it, let it dry. 3 or 4 mist coats, and then you can lay on heavier coats. But you can speed up the drying a little bit with a hair dryer. Not a heat gun, but a hair dryer will work. The warmer the temperature, the better. I spray this at about 80 psi. Sounds like a lot, but it works the best for me. You know, you have to play around with your setup. Here comes mist coat number 2. After this, after I make 5 or 6 parts out of it, I'll only need wax, not just wax and PVA. By the way, I did wax this first with pure carnauba wax. I did wax these molds first with this. It's the only thing you can use that's going to work perfect. This is your best chance for success. Anything less is less. This is my 3rd mist coat. And that coat covered so good, I may not need a second heavy coat. There you go. Maybe you can see the shine. There you go. You can see the shine or the sheen from the PVA. These molds are kind of a flat look, but with the PVA it gives it that shine. The PVA gives it a sheen or a shine, as you can see. Now I know I've said it 100 times, never brush your gel coat on. I'm going to brush my gel coat. Don't do as I do, do as I say. If you're going to brush your gel coat, so be it. What happens, happens. Don't blame me if the surface screws up. Watch my other videos and you'll see what happens when you brush your gel coat. Your best bet is to spray it if you can. Tommy shoe. Here's the hammerhead molds. As you can see, thousands of parts have been made out of those molds. I'm actually going to make a new set of molds here soon. I don't know, I might clean these up, wet sand them, and keep using them. Anyway, there's a hammerhead there. I'm not sure if I have to give this to a customer or not. It's 2 halves. You know, it's not finished yet. So I can either, I'm either going to send this one to you, Mr. Shoe, or I'm going to send this one to you. So either way, you got one coming. Don't cut that one up that I sent you. Put a pretty metal flake paint job on it or something and hang it on the wall. Do what you want with it. It's yours. I forgot to push the record button when I gel coated. Oh well, you can see that they're definitely brushed on. You can see the brush strokes. Kind of, chances are my wave will come out okay. I've done it long enough. But, you know, I should practice what I preach. These parts just aren't big enough to warrant pulling out the gun and using a quarter of a gallon of acetone for cleanup when I don't need to do it. One of these days I have to do it the right way, all the way. If you look at one of my very first videos, cow induction scoop, you'll see me spraying the gel coat on. You'll see me laying up the resin, cutting patterns to make the scoop. It's how-to fiberglass cow induction scoop, and that's a factory Camaro cow induction scoop from a Z. You have to give it at least 5 hours to cure, and then start checking it. Take your fingernail on a gel coat, see if it comes up under your fingernail. If it doesn't, you're doing good. If it's still coming up under your fingernail, don't touch it. Thumbprint. You can put your finger on it lightly, and you come up with a thumbprint very easily on the part. It's not ready. If you have to press hard to get a thumbprint, you're getting close. But you don't want it to fully cure, especially with PVA underneath of it. It makes it very slippery. Because if you let it sit for 24 hours, chances are, not always, but chances are, the gel coat will lift up off the part. You won't know it unless you know the signs to look for it. But if it's not cure and you lay resin on it, the gel coat is going to alligator. Like in my earlier video, one of the comments I received was, is that all you know how to make is scoops? Some smart ass. Well, the fact is, I actually make less scoops than I do of other parts. I make a lot of custom, one-of-a-kind things. Scoops is just, you know, what I do with the leftover gel coat, the leftover resin. I'm working on a part, and when I'm done, I've got resin left over, and I throw it away. I move it down to one of these things, which makes you benefit. Tommy Shoe, when you called me the other day, didn't hear you, I'm hollering, hello, nobody there. Sitting in a dentist chair waiting to get my wisdom teeth yanked out of my head. So, obviously we weren't able to talk. Let me know, send me a message or something, or in the video, what is the best time of the day or evening for me to call you. The best time for you to call me is anywhere between 12 noon and 5. That's the best time for me to have time to actually sit and talk without interruptions. And if you call and I don't answer, it's because it's noisy and I didn't hear the phone. I'll call you back as soon as I get the message. The hammerhead scoop that you want. Do you want 2 halves like this? Or do you want me to put it together first and not do any finish work to it? Just together and send it to you. Or do you want it in halves? It's up to you, man. Any way you want to do it. You know, you just let me know there, slick. You know, you just let me know there, slick. You know, you just let me know there, slick. This is the first Mad Max scoop ever made. The very first. You're seeing it for the first time. Not that it's any big deal, but gives you bragging rights. Gives me bragging rights. A lot of people ask, you know, how do you mount them? Well, I'm going to show you that now. Picture the top half on this bottom. Picture the top half already on it. What you'll do is you'll take your air cleaner and you'll slide it into place. That's what that area is for. See that? You see it's a pretty dirty air cleaner. It's just for sizing purposes. And your carburetor stud will be sticking up through the center. Of course, you have to cut it yourself. And you'll slide your air cleaner lid on, reach in with your hand and tighten up the bolt. That's pretty much how it's done. And that bolt holds it on. And this small air cleaner with a scoop is the same as having a great big gigantic air cleaner, because it just rams the air right down into the carburetor or throttle body or whatever you're running. Alright, just pop it out of the mold and see how she looks, huh? Don't beat on your part like it's a piece of steel now. Just because you're a tough guy, I mean you got to tough. Very first one now. Number 1. In the world. You're going to see it. Let's hope it's okay. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's perfect. See that or not? Let's see. Look at that. It fell out. That tells me it's perfect. Not a flaw. Looks a little dull because that's the PVA. See if I can peel some PVA off for you. That's just PVA. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. I'll wash it off. Perfect. This is number 1. This goes to Salt Flat Racer guy. Then I'm going to make another one. Number 2. I'm going to put it on eBay just to see what happens. I had a toothache, damn it. Oh, this hurts. Whew. There's the first one. The very first one. I'll do some tricks to it. Got the mold seams filled. Cool, huh? There's a nice carburetor pod. You saw it made with your own 2 eyes. Now, my cell phone. Oh shit! I was supposed to make some phone calls today. I was so damn busy fiberglassing, I forgot. Don't get mad at me. You know who you are. Phone works both ways. Hey, I'm sorry. Here's my Advil. All right, look at this mess. What?